Is bulking worth it? So bulking is the act of intentionally trying to gain weight. You can go about this in a sustainable way, gaining 1 to 2 pounds a month, eating mostly clean foods, or you can go about it in the dirty bulk fashion, where you're eating a ton of food, ton of volume, stuffing yourself, eating 5, 6 big meals a day, and a lot of those meals are coming from lower quality sources. So you're having fast food, fried food, that kind of thing. Personally, I recommend somewhere in between. Not a fully clean bulk, but not a dirty bulk either. Somewhere moderate, maybe gaining 2 to 3 pounds a month, 80% from clean foods, and you can still have 20% fun foods, fried foods, ice cream, and stuff like that. But how do you know if going on a bulk is worth it for you? So it all depends on your own goals, right? If you're underweight, if you look at your weight and height on BMI and you're underweight, it makes sense for you to go on a bulk. Simple as that, right? Just to gain weight, you'll be healthier, you'll fill out your clothes, you'll feel better, you'll gain some strength, gain some muscle mass, and you'll just be at a healthy weight. But let's say you're not underweight, but you're not overweight, and you're kind of in the middle, either skinny fat or just have a normal physique, and you wonder, oh, should I bulk or should I cut? And this is a very debated topic, and people have very strong opinions on this, and I think it just depends on you, man. If you feel like to get to your goal physique, getting leaner is enough. Like, oh, if you just lost a few pounds of fat, you'd be happy with your physique. Then just go on a cut. Focus on losing fat. But if you feel like even if you lost fat, you wouldn't be happy with where you're at because of a lack of muscle, then it makes sense to go on a bulk, lean bulk or moderate bulk. Focus on building muscle, adding strength, eating a good amount of food, a lot of protein, high nutrient dense foods like eggs, salmon, and gain 2 3 pounds a month every month while gaining strength every week, still getting enough recovery, 7 8 hours of sleep. And when you get to a point where you're like, okay, I feel strong, I feel good, then you can go in a 1 month where you maintain your weight, enter some sort of body recomp, just so you're not going from instantly gaining weight to losing weight. So enter a month where you're just kind of maintaining your weight, and then enter a fat loss phase where you where you gradually drop your food intake. So let's say you're having 4 big meals a day. You can make a simple switch, go to 3 meals a day, right? And you look for these small swaps. So instead of going for fattier protein sources like 80-20 ground beef, you go for leaner protein sources like 90-10 ground beef. Instead of having dessert every day, you have dessert thrice a week, right? So you make these little pivots and you'll slowly start to drop fat. And your goal is to lose weight slowly, around 3 to 6 pounds a month, while keeping your strength at least. Ideally, you lose weight while building strength, but if you just keep your strength and lose weight, you ensure that you're keeping the muscle and losing the fat. So you spend a period of time building muscle while gaining a bit of fat, and then you maintain it for a month. Then you lose the fat, and now you're leaner, but you also have more muscle. And now you can either maintain that physique or you can decide, oh, would you like to continue getting leaner? Would you like to enter a body recomp where you're building muscle and losing fat? Or would you like to continue gaining weight? It's completely up to you. But I would say if you're underweight, definitely go on a bulk. It makes sense. Aim to gain 2 to 4 pounds a month. And if you're in the moderate, healthy weight / skinny fat, and you'd like to just get a bit more muscle and lose fat, you can go on a bulk first, maintain it, lose fat. Ideally, the bulk lasts, let's say 4 to 7 months, 4 to 8 months, maintain for a month, and then you can usually cut off the weight in around half the time. So if you bulk for 8 months, you can cut in 4 months. If you bulk for a year, you can cut in 6 months. If you bulk for 4 months, you can cut it off in 2 months. So that's a rough guideline. Obviously, it depends on the rate of fat you're losing, and it depends on if you're happy with your level of leanness. But at the end of the day, it does make sense to have a period of time where you're focused on gaining weight, because that just allows you to build the most muscle. It's a lot easier to gain muscle once you're eating a lot of food to fuel your workouts than if you're eating at around maintenance. The rate of which you build muscle will be faster. Of course, that comes with some fat gain, but that's a lot easier to get rid of, especially if you started out on the skinnier side.